welcome back to my channel. I'm back today shooting another full day of eating for you guys. I've been so consistent with these, but I need to know, do you want me to continue to do these weekly? Comment below. I need to know. I need some feedback with a new meal plan this week. So these are all from my own custom nutrition plans, guys. I am a nutrition and fitness coach, and I have a program. My registration is going to be reopening in July, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to just show you guys what I'm eating. So if you want to continue to see these videos, make sure you comment and let me know, and that will let me know if I should keep filming these or not. Now, listen, I'm not someone that likes like a ton of variety all the time, so I tend to kind of eat the same thing all week, so I can't do them more than once a week. But even so, I give myself variety every week, but not necessarily everything. So my first meal of the day is usually the same. It's either overnight oats or yogurt and berries. This week, I'm back to overnight oats. So that is my first meal of the day. So I will show you guys that in a second. But first, I did want to show you, I reorganized my fridge. So I wanted to give you guys a peek into my fridge. I reorganized it over the weekend with some products from Container Store. And I wanted to just show you a little bit of the method to my madness. So let's take a look. All right, so here is my fridge, guys. Here is my fridge. So I reorganized it so that the drawers are now used for prepped food and leftovers. So there's no more shoving things into the back of the fridge, because that's kind of a problem we were having. So obviously I've got my fruits and veggies, egg whites, eggs. In here is like all of dairy, like cheese and deli meats, things like that. And yeah, so this is kind of like the new functionality. So all of my meal prep is in here. I've got my proteins in here. My overnight oats are here. So I really love it. A lot of you will ask me how long the berries and the veggies last. We go through them so fast in this house that I can't really tell you. Like strawberries, I have to refill that like every few days. Every 2 to 3 days I have to refill it. So it's just because this is a very high traffic, high volume household, but I'm really loving my... So quick update before we get into the food for the day is where I am at in terms of macros. If you've been following my journey over the past couple of months, specifically like the past, 2 months I think it's been. 2 months ago I started a cut, and I cut for like maybe 5 weeks, and then a couple of weeks ago I started a slow reverse just to bring my volume back up, because I don't sit in that cut space for very long, because I just like to eat more, you know what I mean? So I basically did a slow reverse, meaning I increased my volume a little bit every day and increased my volume on cheat day a little bit as well. So I just basically incrementally increased my calories each week. So, 2 weeks ago they were at one rate, and then last week I increased them. This week I increased them again from last week. So now I'm eating a little bit more this week than I was last week. And that is kind of what I continue to do to taper off the cut. Initially, when I first start a reverse, I'm still in a deficit. So I'll continue to reverse until I reverse right out of my deficit into where I feel like I'm in kind of like a maintenance mode. And then I'll continue on my path of attempting to gain muscle, because that's really what my goal is, for the most part over the next course of the next year, and just forever, honestly. I only ever do a cut if, life happens and I gain a few pounds because I have some back-to-back vacations, or I overindulge for whatever reason, or just, like I said, life happens, right? So every once in a while I have to do cuts to kind of like reel it back in. That's reality. That is the reality of weight loss. If you think that you're gonna like lose weight and then you're going to, get to this amazing low weight that you've been wanting to get to, and then you could like lock it in like it's a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, it does not work that way, you guys. It does not work that way. It is natural to gain and lose weight. The key is that you know your body, you know what works for you, and you know what you need to do in order to turn it up a notch. You're never aborting your healthy lifestyle. You don't stop doing what you're doing when you get to the goal weight. You need to lose the weight in such a way that you've incorporated a healthy lifestyle and the weight loss came as a byproduct of that. And that is a permanent thing. Even though it's a permanent thing, though, it doesn't mean you're not going to ever gain weight again. That's just not realistic. But the key is that you don't let things go out of control. You know what I mean? You don't let it get too far ahead of you. So everyone has kind of like a little threshold that they're comfortable in. I have mine, you create yours. And when I kind of start to feel like my favorite jeans getting tight, a little spillage I don't like, then I know, okay, it's time to reel it back in. Not going to get donuts this Saturday. I'm, going to chill out a little bit on the snacking or whatever it may be. Whatever it is for you, what you need to do in order to button things up. So that's my I'll get off my soapbox now and we can get into my food, but that is my little spiel. So this is now my 3rd week of reversing, still in a deficit because I like to do a slow reverse. And if you don't know why you should reverse diet, it's because if you are in a deficit macros to lose fat and lose weight for a period of time, your body, number one, as you lose weight, and number two, just if you've been in that, reduced calorie intake for a while, your metabolism will adapt. It'll adapt because now you're smaller because you've lost weight, and it'll also adapt because it's a defense mechanism. And so rather than just jump right back up to what you perceive your maintenance calories to be, you need to slowly sneak them back in, because if you do it too rapidly, your body will treat it as a surplus and the weight that you lost will come back, and it'll come back rapidly. So hopefully that makes sense. If you're one of my clients, you're familiar with this because we go over this all the time. But let's go ahead and get into the day's worth of eating. So even though I'm not leaving the house, I still drop my overnight oats into this cute container because it's cute. And I like cute things. And I know you guys have heard about this because I've talked about it already many times. But yeah, I figured I'd just show you guys again. So let me go ahead and grab my overnight oats. So all it is, since it's already made, I will just kind of go over it. A 1/3 cup of oats, a 1/2 scoop of protein powder, and a 1/2 cup of water. I mean, how simple is that? And it kind of gets like this. It gets super firm. And then just grab a spoon, and then I just mix it up. You can add more water or even a little bit of almond milk or whatever if you want. I don't. I just leave it. And I just mix it up, and now I'm going to go ahead and add some toppings. So I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of frozen blueberries, which is about 35 grams. I'm not super diligent when it comes to frozen fruit. I don't worry about having a little bit over because it's not a lot of calories. 140 grams of this which is a cup, that's a lot, is 80 calories. So this is like 20 calories worth of blueberries, this 1/4 cup. Anyways, so I've got that in there, and now my favorite part, American Dream Nut Butter. Yes, I'm on a huge American Dream Nut Butter kick. I have a new shipment coming in. My battery's dying. That's not good. I have a shipment coming in. I'm going to share those flavors when I get them. But for now, let's see what I have. I don't even know what I have left. I'm going to go check. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this jar off because that is it for Cinnamon Toasties, which definitely was a hit. Absolutely loved it. So this container fits perfectly right inside of there. Now, if you were going to have this on the go, you would just put this lid on here, and this would stay super cold, just like it was, as if it were refrigerated for hours on end. So this container is absolutely amazing. I'll link it down below. If you haven't already gotten yourself one, highly recommend. I actually had something different on my meal plan, but I changed my mind because I found this bread that's only 30 calories a slice, and so I wanted to show it to you guys and try it. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and have that instead. So I'm just gonna have like a slice of this toast with a little bit of butter on it, put a little butter on it, and some egg whites. So that's what's coming up now. And this is what I'm going to use, just a little bit, a little spread. And I use this because it is very macro friendly. 35 calories. So sounds good to me. before, I follow my own meal plans. They're from my own custom app that's actually going to be relaunching on July 1st. But that's how easy it is to make substitutions, guys. So if you come across something in your meal plan that you want to sub out, all you need to do is substitute it with something that has equal to or less than in calories and replace the protein. Don't worry about the carbs, don't worry about the fats. That'll all kind of work itself out. And that's exactly what I did for this particular meal. So I was able to easily substitute in that piece of bread so that I could try it. So that is the beauty of my meal plans. You don't have to log and track and use a food tracking app anymore. That's the whole concept behind it, to just kind of like take that out of the equation, because I feel like a lot of people just struggle when it comes to that. They get overwhelmed and kind of, it just becomes, almost makes you feel a little neurotic. And that is the beauty of my new program that is launching again July 1st. My app, everything is coming back and it's better than ever, and I'm so excited. Now let's get I'm sure you guys want to see a sneak peek and you want more details. It's coming, I promise you. I just don't want to jump the gun and show it off before it's ready, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. All right, you guys, here it is. I've got my piece of toast with a little bit of melted butter on there, my egg whites, and a few strawberries. Guys, I am gonna go ahead and make my dinner. So obviously I've done a lot of prep ahead of time, so it makes my life easier. So I made my guacamole, and this is a really cool thing called the Guac Lock. I'll link it down below, but look at that. I made this yesterday, and look how beautiful and green this guacamole looks. Like, I'm shook. Anyhow, I've got my prepped shredded chicken, and I did dump a container of salsa into the Instant Pot when I made this, because I knew I was gonna do like Mexican style this week, and so I wanted to give the chicken a little bit of flavor. That is a good tip to kind of change things up. This is my favorite Mexican blend from Trader Joe's, the light Mexican blend. And then these are the La Banderita carb lean tortillas, 45 calories per tortilla. So those are really, really excellent macros. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this and put it into the air fryer. So let's see how this turns out. All right, you guys, if you love guacamole, you absolutely need this thing. Look at how beautiful this guac looks. And it's like almost 2 days old. I'm shook, absolutely shook. So I've got 50 grams of the guacamole here. I got some pico de gallo, a serving of the popcorners, and then just waiting for the taquitos.
It's the first time we've told that intelligence back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been going through my head. There's a lot of stuff I needed to process.
All right, we are going to have a little snack, caramel rice cake with a little bit of Snap Crackle Crunch American Dream Nut Butter. All right, guys, this is what I'm having. It's really, really good.